Jamal Musiala. Start in England's midfield. Bellingham, Rice, and alongside them, Jamal Musiala. It nearly happened. Musiala was born in Germany, but raised in England from the age of 7. Schooled in Chelsea's academy, capped by England from under 15 all the way to under 21. By every measure that matters at youth level, he was English. In February 2021, Germany convinced him to commit the other way. England didn't lose a squad filler. They lost the exact profile they keep failing to produce. A midfielder who takes the ball in a crowd and breaks the game open by himself. Lamine Yamal. Morocco reached the last World Cup as the first African team in a semi-final. Hakimi and Ziyech, and a whole continent behind them. Now drop Lamine Yamal onto that team. The route was real. Yamal was born just outside Barcelona to a Moroccan father and a mother from Equatorial Guinea, and Morocco tracked him. Spain moved first and moved fast, pulling him through the youth setup and into the senior side at 16. This isn't a betrayal. Spain is the country that made him. Michael Olise. If one player is the whole idea of this video, it's Michael Olise. Born in London. Nigerian father. French-Algerian mother. Developed start to finish in English academies. That handed 4 federations a genuine route to him. England, France, Nigeria, and Algeria. 4 countries, 1 signature. France took it. For England, he'd have been another elite creator they let walk out the door. For Nigeria, he could have rebuilt the attack on his own. Instead, he became one more unfair option for the squad that already had too many. And he's arrived in North America as a serious Ballon d'Or contender. Ryan Cherki. Ryan Cherki was never a simple passport. He was a tug-of-war. Born in Lyon, Algerian through both parents, Italian through a grandmother from Bari. 3 nations held paperwork on him. Italy's federation made direct contact to pull him toward the Azzurri. His own father reportedly leaned Algeria. France held the youth caps and eventually the senior shirt. Cherki's choice gave France one of the most unpredictable dribblers of his generation, and now use him as the wild card they can throw in to change the game. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. This one isn't an almost. It already happened. Wan-Bissaka was born in Croydon, raised in South London, and built as an England player. Crystal Palace, then Manchester United, England caps at under 20 and under 21, and a senior call-up in 2019. An injury pulled him out before he could earn a competitive cap, and that detail is everything. Youth games and friendlies don't tie you to a country. A competitive senior match does. He never played one for England. His parents are Congolese. In 2025, he switched to DR Congo, who reached their first World Cup since 1974, and the draw did the rest. DR Congo faced England in the round of 32. The right-back England developed tried to knock England out of the tournament with little luck. Désiré Doué. The Doué family didn't choose one country, they split it. Désiré Doué was born in Alger to an Ivorian father and a French mother, eligible for both countries. He picked France. His older brother Gayla picked Ivory Coast. 1 household, 2 flags, 2 World Cup teams. And notice the pattern by now. France keeps winning these. For Ivory Coast, Désiré would have been a franchise attacker for a decade. For France, he's just the next name off a line that won't stop. Folarin Balogun. Before Folarin Balogun was the breakout star of America's World Cup, he belonged to England. The birthplace was almost an accident. His pregnant mother was refused a flight home to London, so Balogun was born in Brooklyn and back in England within weeks. He grew up entirely in the English game and scored freely for England's under-18s and under-20s. His parents are Nigerian. The US had its claim through that New York birth. In 2023, he chose the US, and on his World Cup debut here, he scored twice against Paraguay, the first American with a multi-goal World Cup game since 1930. England and Nigeria both had him first. America is the one that kept him. Jonathan David. Jonathan David could have lined up for 3 different nations at this tournament. He was born in Brooklyn, which made him American. His parents are Haitian and Haiti qualified. He was raised in Ottawa, and Canada built an attack around him. The US even called him at youth level. He said no, because he wanted Canada. That decision paid off in front of his own country. David scored a hat-trick against Qatar for the first World Cup win in Canadian history. The striker two other nations could claim turned into the one Canada could not have done this without. David Alaba. Nigeria has lost a lot of talent through the back door. David Alaba is the one that still stings. Born in Vienna to a Nigerian father and a Filipino mother, Alaba had a clear path to Nigeria. He chose Austria and became the best player the country has produced in a generation, a two-time Champions League winner who's filled in everywhere from left-back to centre-back to midfield. Nigeria has never lacked attackers. What they almost had was the complete defender, the calm head at the back, now wearing the armband as Austria play their first World Cup since 1998. Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland arrived in 2000 while his father Alfie was playing in England, and that birth left an England call-up technically open to him for life. But the family moved home to Brunn when he was small, and Norway was never a question. It was his father's country, his childhood, his entire football identity. So this isn't England being robbed. England had a line on a birth certificate. Norway had the player, and he's repaid them. 5 goals in his first 3 games as Norway reached the knockout stage for the first time since 1998. Kylian Mbappé. France's greatest modern player carries 2 African nations in his blood. Kylian Mbappé's father is Cameroonian. His mother is of Algerian descent. Either could have come calling, but he was born and built in the Paris suburbs, and France's pathway claimed him long before the question was ever seriously asked. Cameroon and Algeria can point to the bloodline. France can point to the system. Mbappé is what happens when the two meet in one player, and he's leading Les Bleus here as captain and their all-time top scorer, chasing a World Cup goal record that stood since closer. Christian Volpato. Almost everyone in this video chose a European giant. Christian Volpato went the other way. Born in Sydney, Italian through his grandparents, Volpato was raised inside Italy's youth teams, an Azzurri prospect at Roma. Australia chased him for years, and he turned them down once, declining a place at the 2022 World Cup. Then, in 2026, he reversed it, committed to Australia, and was named in their squad days later. Leroy Sané. The last one runs in the family. Leroy Sané was born in Essen to a German Olympic medalist mother and a Senegalese father, Souleymane Sané, a striker who scored nearly 30 goals for Senegal. Here's the echo. The father very nearly played for France, until Senegal's coach Claude Leroy persuaded him otherwise. Leroy is named after that coach. A generation later, the son hit the same fork. Germany, Senegal and France all open, and chose Germany. Sané scored 2 minutes into the Ecuador game, the second fastest World Cup goal Germany has ever scored. He reached the exact crossroads his father did. He just turned the other way.